Solo Leveling Season 2 Episode 8 begins with Jinwoo fighting the Demon Knights and defeated several. Right now, he's battling the Demon Knight leader, and just as he's about to finish the fight, a female voice calls out, "Wait, please spare me, I surrender." Surprised that a demon can speak, Jinwoo unmasks the knight and realizes she's a female elf-type demon. She begs for mercy, but Jinwoo reminds her that she attacked first and begs for forgiveness now. He points out he's already defeated her friends, but she explains she's their leader and everyone wanted her to survive if possible. As Jinwoo is about to leave, she suddenly attacks from behind, but Tusk intervenes and the female demon pleads once again for Jinwoo to let her live. Jinwoo asks about the permit to move to the next floor. She reveals her family holds it and requests he spare both her and her family. She tells him she knows about permits for several floors. Jinwoo presses closer and asks, "Can I trust you?" Terrified, she insists she's trustworthy. Jinwoo agrees. If she gives him the permit, he promises not to harm anyone. Meanwhile, on Jeju Island, a flying ant wreaks havoc, devouring many before escaping. Back with Jinwoo, he questions the demon woman further. She introduces herself as Essel, a member of the Radiru family. Jinwoo asks if she hears any voices telling her to kill humans. Essel replies there's no such voice, but she does hear a mysterious compulsion to protect the area. Jinwoo asks when she started hearing these messages. Essel says she's heard them ever since she arrived here. Jinwoo presses her for details of where she lived before and what she was up to. Suddenly, something takes over Essel. It feels like someone else is controlling her body, and she reveals she was preparing for war in the demon realm. When Jinwoo asks against whom, she says it's an enemy so dangerous that all demons must unite to fight it, but exhaustion and the system stop her from revealing more. She passes out, and Jinwoo realizes the system itself is blocking more information. Elsewhere, Headquarters reviews files and reports the flying ant has killed 294 civilians and many hunters, including a deployed C-rank and a B-rank hunter. It took an A-rank hunter to finally stop it, meaning that defeating a single ant now requires at least an A-rank. Go Gun-hee warns that the island is only 120 kilometers from Jeju, and if all the ants learn to fly, South Korea will be attacked first. He says Japan must be contacted quickly since they face the same threat as neighboring countries. As Hunter Association chairman, he officially declares the Fourth Jeju Island Raid. Returning to the Demon Castle, Jinwoo and Essel arrive near the Radiru family's castle. The Radiru king is alarmed at Essel for bringing Jinwoo, shocked at how many shadow soldiers he commands. The king immediately recognizes Jinwoo's strength. The demons draw their swords, but Jinwoo explains he's not here as a conqueror. He made a deal with Essel to bring no harm if he's given the entry permit. Knowing Jinwoo has defeated bosses like Vulcan and Metis, the demons accept they stand no chance, and the king grants him the permit for the 81st floor. Before leaving, Jinwoo says he needs something else. He chooses to take Essel with him, since she knows about the permits for other floors. The king objects, but Jinwoo promises to ensure her safety. Separately, the dissected ant is being studied by researchers while a guild master observes. In the castle, Jinwoo has overcome most floors and now reaches the 89th. His soldiers, Igris and Tank, have powered up to the rank of S and Hunters, respectively. Essel looks at possible gifts, knowing the danger ahead on the 90th floor and that they'll need to negotiate to obtain the next entry permit. Jinwoo dismisses her suggestion, saying, "If I were weaker than them, they wouldn't have given me a permit so easily." Jinwoo makes clear that if he wants, he could easily take all the entry permits or rule the place, but Essel wonders why Jinwoo spared her family. Jinwoo admits, "Because I'm starting to like you." Essel is embarrassed, and Jinwoo muses that both Essel and his own sister Jaina are a little quirky, but he gets along well with people like that. He tells Essel to head home because the next floors will be even more dangerous, but she insists she's not useless and wants to see him overcome more challenges. So Jinwoo allows her to accompany him. On the 90th floor, the beasts increase in number and level, but Jinwoo dispatches them easily. Meanwhile, Choi Jong-in briefs Cha Hae-in about the Jeju Island Raid. All S-rank hunters must participate, meaning Sung Jinwoo will go too. Choi explains their mission is to exterminate all ants on the island, and the big guilds are meeting today. Jinwoo finally reaches the 100th floor, where he encounters a massive dragon ridden by Baran, the Demon Monarch. Jinwoo realizes Baran's aura is so powerful, even Essel feels it, and doubts creep in about whether he can defeat him. The most terrifying part is Baran's own dragon, Kaisellin, a mighty wyvern. Jinwoo figures out Baran is not only master to the demons but can command dragons as well. Baran opens multiple portals, sending in hordes of demons that surround Jinwoo and Essel. The battle intensifies. Essel is terrified, but Jinwoo unleashes his monarch's domain and summons all his shadow soldiers for a fierce battle. During the fight, Baran reveals his lightning breath ability, forming a cloud that devastates Jinwoo's shadow soldiers. One bolt heads toward Essel, but Jinwoo saves her with his cape, taking massive damage himself. Realizing Baran's lightning could finish him off if hit again, Jinwoo goes into stealth mode to attack Kaisellin's wings, but Baran senses this and intercepts Jinwoo's strategy, launching a homing attack that knocks Jinwoo and his soldiers down. Baran lands, and Jinwoo, already weary from non-stop battles, feels relief. Meanwhile, at the Hunter Association, Hanekawa from the Draw Sword Guild introduces Go-To-Ruji, Japan's most powerful guild master. Go-Gun-Hee notes their guild boasts 11 S-rank hunters, making it Asia's second largest. The teams then begin discussing the ants. Hanekawa shares 2 key insights about the ants. First, they grow quickly but live only about a year. If the queen is killed, the colony will collapse within that year. Second, previous raids showed the ants always attack the strongest hunters. This means their plan should center on exploiting that instinct, sending powerful hunters as bait while the other team targets the queen. Go-To-Ruji pledges 10 S-rank Japanese hunters to join South Korea's team in distracting the ants. Woo Jinchul warns that even strong hunters must face thousands of ants, but Go-To reassures him, saying they must coordinate and work together. Go-Gun-Hee agrees and says a strategy can be developed. Back in the demon castle, Jinwoo and Baran's battle rages on. Baran's lightning devastates Jinwoo's soldiers, and for once, Jinwoo struggles to recover mana, facing brutal attacks from Baran, who grabs Jinwoo by the head. As Baran prepares to strike, Igris and Tusk counterattack, helping Jinwoo and Essel escape Baran's grasp. The final duel begins. Jinwoo versus Baran, 1-on-1. Baran wields 2 daggers. Their fight is fierce. Jinwoo is disarmed but blocks Baran's attacks barehanded. Baran launches more lightning attacks, but Essel throws her spear to distract him, giving Jinwoo the chance to use his ruler's hand. With all his strength, Jinwoo rips off Baran's arms and delivers a crushing punch to Baran's face, triggering a massive explosion. Baran's mouth unleashes a final energy blast. Then Jinwoo receives the notification to use soul extraction. Exhausted for the first time, Jinwoo collapses after all his battles. He tells Essel to go home and notify her father that the Radiru family now rules the region. Essel gets emotional and corrects him. Their name is Radiru, not Radis, as the episode ends.